I was born in a small town in Michigan on August 29th, 1996. I've heard that I was a good baby, but I highly doubt that. 9 days before I turned 1, my niece Summer was born. She was always an overachiever. I started going to school at a small Christian academy near my house where I met Daniel, Gretchen, and Simon, my 3 best friends. I played dinosaurs with Simon and Daniel, but with Gretchen, I tended to do more girly things such as paint and play dress up. Disney princess style. When I was 6, we moved into a bigger house, which I saw as more of a castle. That year, I also transferred to an all-new school where I had to say goodbye to Gretchen, Daniel, and Simon. I also started doing theater, and I was inspired to do this by my big sister, Jill. But a lot of the credit also has to go to my Aunt Mary and my cousin Casey, who took me to see my first show when I was 3, and I fell in love. Thanks, guys. I grew up with 4 brothers, Matt, Andrew, Ryan, and my half-brother David, and 2 sisters, Jill and Melissa. I was picked on a little bit in grade school from 1st to 4th grade, but not too bad. I had a tight-knit group of friends, me, Renee, Keenan, Tia, and my best friend, Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie and I were practically inseparable until the day we found out she was moving to Florida. Losing my best friend was really hard, but what good came out of it was that Jill and I became super close. I practically lived in her room. We'd watch Moulin Rouge, pig out on food, and I'm talking pig out, and tell each other stories about our futures and romances until the late hours of the night. At this time, my mom started working for Northwest, which merged with Delta, and we started flying for free. In 4th grade, I moved to a new house, which was a lot smaller. I also moved to a new school closer to my new house. Things became a lot harder on my family, though, because my brother Ryan was in a car accident and ended up in the hospital for 5 months, but now he's doing great. 5th to 8th grade was really hard as I was being bullied by the boy I had a massive crush on. I started thinking a lot less of myself and things got really low. Around this time, my sister also moved all the way to Seattle, which was really hard on me even though she doesn't really know that. I miss you, Jill. In 7th grade, I was getting more and more depressed, but I met a great group of friends, Lizzie, Hannah, Josepha, Elizabeth, and Abby, who honestly saved my life. I also met Jacob that year, who didn't become a big part of my life until 9th grade. In 8th grade, I met a boy named Mitchell, who I really liked, but he had to move away. I ended up in a long-distance relationship for about 2 years, and we really cared about each other, but it was just too much. I miss you, Mitch. In 8th grade, I also started hanging out with these 2 girls, Kate and Brittany, who taught me a lot. I also met Natalie that year. I started making YouTube videos on December 31st, 2010. I started high school out with the popular kids until we fell out and they started making fun of me. It also didn't help that I was pro-gay marriage at a homophobic school. I started hanging out with a group of seniors, Christina, Mary, Allison, and Emily, and so many more. Thank you guys. I started You Now in January of 2012 because of Damon Fizzy, and I made so many friends such as Rosie Cotton, Billy Stone, Allison Jeffrey, James Kogel, Luke Corns, Wesley Walrus, Megan Narwhal, George, Kayla, Jenny, Danny T, and so many others. Thank you guys. I started high school this year at another Catholic high school, and I met my best friend Brenna there. I love you. Brenna introduced me to Gabby and so many inside jokes. I met Spencer. We dated for a little bit, but it was short-lived, and currently we are now just best friends, but I love you so much. Thank you, Spencer, for being in my life. I'm currently single, enjoying life with my mom, my dad, my sister Melissa, and her husband Kevin, and their 2 beautiful daughters, my nieces Ellen Harper, my sister Jill, her husband Kyle, my niece Ayla, and soon to be my niece Aria, my brother Andrew, his girlfriend Melissa, my brother Ryan, his daughter Helena, my brother Matt, his fiance Becca, and my half-brother David, his wife Dinah, their beautiful daughter Summer Zoe, my best friends Jacob, Brenna, Gabby, and Spencer, and all of you guys from YouNow. So many more. I love you all. Thank you for being in my life.